The music provided for this episode of the Tom Retro Chronicle is brought to you by the song called Freedom by the artist called Timberman. To check out more PodSafe music, check out dig.ccmixter.org. Get it. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5. It is the Tom Retro Chronicle with your host called Tom Retro.
Looking good, baby!
Tom Retro is also known as the Retro Guy and has a very interesting angle on things like sports, music, movies, books, and pretty much mostly life. He has a WordPress account, a very funny Twitter account, and overall a very interesting guy. Yeah. And also has very interesting interviews like me, Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. So let's head it to our very own very special host called Tom Retro.
Pushing dimes, take my words, take my rhymes, confuse the left with my right to share or give.
And hello and welcome back to the Tom Retro Chronicle. This is episode 14. And Happy New Year's, it is 2013, and I am taping this on a very cloudy, kind of snowy low morning here in the old Fargo, North Dakota. Sorry about the sort of long delay. I've been pretty much busy with work and such, to the point where I basically have almost no life outside of work other than trying to get through to my days off. You know, I have a little bit some sort of life once I have a day off and such. And today is one of those days, and so tomorrow will also be a day off for me as well. So I will definitely enjoy the plenty of hours that I have left until I have to go back to work on Friday. And today is the 2nd of January of the year 2012, which means the New Year has been around for almost about about 24, almost 36 hours. Almost 36 hours since the ball dropped. I think it was about. It's been about almost 36 hours, if you give or take, or something like that. But so I have pretty much it's just more of a recap show of what's happening in my life since December 11th, which was episode 13. Which that was the day that I uploaded that, and I believe that day was like a Tuesday. Yep, it was Tuesday, and then on that Friday, then the Sandy Hook tragedy took place on that Friday, the 14th. So I'll probably talk a little bit about that, some Christmas stuff, as well as some Notre Dame football. Notre Dame's in the title game against Alabama. I don't believe I mentioned that in the previous video, but in the previous episode. But I will definitely talk about that as well. So as well as some NFL stuff. So might as well get started. So it's been about a good 3-4 weeks since Sandy Hook in Connecticut, since that shooting took place in that elementary school. And I guess I kind of want to talk about where I was at around that time. I had that day off, and I had the day off in that day, so I decided to go home and do laundry and such. So I did laundry during that morning, and then towards around the middle of it, I think it was about around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock or something like that. But About around that time, I apparently heard and got word from like NBC News guys because I have a Twitter account, and usually Twitter usually goes out pretty fast. I mean, pretty good, but yeah, that Friday was also payday, so I got paid that. So I got paid for about almost a good first weeks of pay on that. So I went to the mall and then hung out there for a little bit, and then pretty much the whole death toll was starting to rise, and it was just, and I was basically thinking the same thing as, I was basically making the connection to the Aurora, Colorado shootings, which took place in late July. And basically what I thought about was that, basically my opinion of the Sandy Hook, I mean, if you want to take a look, go look at the Darth Retro podcast, the episode 1, I believe I talk a little bit about the Aurora shooting, and basically my whole, I don't know if my opinion has changed or not, but to me it seems like if you're still pro-gun and you still think about that, I mean, think about the children, for God's sakes. Come on, think about it. I mean, come on. Those kids did nothing. They did nothing to deserve what they did. What happened to them? They had so much to look up for, look forward to. They have a life. They had life. Wasted opportunity. Come on. I mean, come on. Stop living and breathing the Second Amendment and just wake up. Okay? Just wake up. Because I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about these goddamn shootings. And I couldn't, and basically I thought to myself, God, I can't wake up for 1 second with hearing about some loonies trying to pop someone. I mean, Aurora, that temple in Wisconsin that hit, that guy shot like I think it was like a Baha'i temple or something. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I'm sorry if I guess the religious sect wrong, but yeah, you had that, and then you have this. And then you have that mall shooting as well, and it's just, enough is enough. All right, I've had enough. America has had enough. At least those that actually want to protect children. Okay, we've had enough. We've had enough, NRA. Okay? Just stop. Just stop trying to defend stop trying to defend guns as your personal right. Okay? The Second Amendment was made into the Bill of Rights, which was made in 1791. Okay? Or basically when the Constitution was written up in 1789. Okay? The Bill of Rights is the Bill of Rights. Okay? And the Second Amendment was made in the 1780s and 90s. Okay? Think about basically the guns, the weapons at that time. Okay? Just think about it. The muskets, the pistols, sure, they were guns, but they were less accurate. But they were less accurate than someone trying to hit a bow and arrow from 30 feet. into a target. I mean, come on. And then you have hatchets. You have knives. You have Bowie knives. I mean, come on, think about it. But do you think? Did you really think that? Did you really think that the founding fathers, who founded this great country of ours, even thought for 1 second about a gun that would have at least, that is basically an assault rifle that can shoot 60 rounds per minute or more? Did they even think about a bulletproof vest? I mean, sure, if you asked them about what a bulletproof vest is, and they would be like, well, wouldn't that be made out of steel? And that's basically what they thought it would be. I mean, come on. I mean, bulletproof vests at that time were basically nothing of what would look like today. Okay? Alright. And here's another point I want to make with this subject. We as a society have an obligation, a sacred duty. And that sacred duty is to protect our children from God knows what. Okay? We have to protect them. Alright? And if you can't, if we can't protect our own children, in basically in an elementary school, then I'm goddamn afraid about this society. I'm so goddamn afraid of this society. Okay, and what's actually gonna turn into. Okay, children are our future, and basically we failed in that, and we failed them. We absolutely failed. Okay? As much as we would like to say that we actually can protect our children, basically that sort of situation just blows it out of proportion. Okay? It just doesn't exist anymore. Okay? Just no. Alright. Trying to think of some other points I want to make. So, I'm looking at you, NRA. Okay? Your move. Okay? Alright. No more assault rifles, okay? No more almost any kind of sort of gun, okay? Alright, enough. Just enough. I'm not a politician. I don't get paid enough to voice my own opinion about some sort of thing, but I'll be damned to see another tragedy like this ever happen again. I'll be damned. Think about those children. They had so much to live for, okay? It's just sad. Such a waste of life. Such wasted time, wasted energy, wasted resources, wasted opportunities, wasted ideas. It's just a waste. Okay? It's just a waste. No more. I'm tired. I've had enough of these tragedies. Tell you what. Basically, 9/11 was our biggest tragedy in our nation's history. And this alone is almost top 5, okay? Or maybe number 2. Or maybe even number 1. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it might be number 1. I don't know. But I've witnessed 9/11 in this tragedy. I witnessed Columbine. I witnessed Virginia Tech. Well, I wasn't actually there at those places, but I have lived through those times. And enough is enough. Okay. Alright, I'm done. Alright, next topic. Alright, well, I think I'll probably talk about a little bit some Notre Dame football. Trying to lighten up the mood after that first topic. So Notre Dame and Alabama are going to be playing on Monday, next Monday at 7:30. I believe it's Central Time. I think it might be Central Time, but I wouldn't know. Oh, okay. So it is 7:30 at Central Time. But the thing is, the thing with Notre Dame is, even if it is a blowout, I'm still glad that we're still. I'll gladly take the price and pain of being there. Why? Because USC isn't in the national championship game, even though they said they would be at number 1 if they somehow stuck to their schedule and won their entire season, but sadly no. Oregon wasn't in it. Kansas State isn't in it. Michigan isn't in it, certainly, for God's sakes. Ohio State isn't in it, luckily. And certainly no other team in the FBS is in the national championship game other than Alabama and Notre Dame. And that's the way it should be. It's just those two, at least until the playoff. The playoff comes in about a couple years. And I'm totally for a playoff, but for right now, I'm pretty much just more focused on Notre Dame and Alabama. And to me, the matchup was pretty much priceless. It's two of the most storied programs in college football history. You have the history of Alabama, you have the history of Notre Dame, you have the national championships, you have the great coaches that have coached there, Paul Bryant. Certainly you can make a case for Nick Saban. And then you have Notre Dame head coaches, Newt Rockne, you have Ara Parsagian, and let's see what else. Definitely quite a few great head coaches. Pretty big history among the two. I mean, I respect Alabama. I totally respect Alabama. Okay, Alabama is the SEC. I mean, take a look at it. I don't know if any other program has as many championships as Alabama does. I mean, they're basically like us. They're basically like Notre Dame. They're feared. They're hated. They're top of the crop. They always recruit pretty good. They always recruit well, and they have good head coaching. I mean, Nick Saban. Think about it. He's a pretty good head coach. I mean, 2 national championships and 2 national championships in 3 years. I mean, bar none, he's easily one of the best head coaches of this decade. I mean, he's pretty good. But the matchup itself kind of seems a little bit, in terms of I don't know what's the word, but I mean, you have the SEC, who have won the national championships, the BCS national championship since 2007. I mean, if you look at the Florida and Ohio State game back in '07, I mean, they're way too good. They're way too good. So, and then you have Notre Dame, or certainly has had its share of haters throughout this entire season. They keep on saying that it's going to be a blowout, and I'm not saying it might be a close game. I mean, it could be a close game. It could be a blowout. It could be many other things. It could be so many more things. But the thing is, I think both teams are a lot more closer than people really think about it. They're basically pretty close to each other. I mean, they have two great rush defenses. They have some of the best defensive fronts in the college football. Notre Dame has the best linebacker in the country in Manti Te'o, while certainly you can make a case that Alabama's rush offense is one of the best in the country, and then Notre Dame is one of the best in the country too. I think our rushing game is a lot better than our passing game. I mean, but to take a look at the quarterback matchup, I mean, AJ McCarron's pretty much better than Everett Golson mostly because of the fact of just basically because of the fact that he's been to a national championship. He knows what's up. He's been here before. I mean, he has known everything. He's been there. He has the experience. So has Alabama. So I'm not really saying that's more of a big advantage for them, but I think it does help. But for Notre Dame, this is basically their first national championship appearance since 1988, when Notre Dame beat West Virginia for the national championship, and that would be their last one until now. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna say Notre Dame wins it by 3, by the score of 31-28. 31-28 Notre Dame. I'm not saying that based on personal bias. I think Notre Dame is going to play the underdog card by quite a bit, because they're basically taking on the SEC, who are the top dogs in college football, no question about it. But I think Alabama will come in basically being cocky and such, that Notre Dame will take it and use it to their advantage, and they will win a very, very good game. Very, very hard-nosed fought game. I mean, this one's not going to be pretty, folks. A lot of tackles, a lot of hits. It's gonna be a good game, I think. But all right, so on to the next topic about how my Christmas went. So here we go. So trying to I'm sucking a little bit of some Tic Tacs. They're the freshman flavor. Anyway, I got these for Christmas, and that's basically not also. I also got other stuff too, but that's beside the point. But So my Christmas was it was actually pretty good. It was really good. I mean, yeah, I had to work. I had to work on Christmas Eve, basically from 11:30 to 6, I think. 11:30 to 6:30, I think. So so I had to do that, and basically I had a cold during that time. I'm trying to remember what day I came down with it. I think it was the day before. Um, Actually, it might have been that Saturday. Actually, I was starting to sneeze. I had a runny nose. I was coughing a little bit. So I thought to myself, "Oh God, this is the last thing I need. It's a cold." So I had the day off on that Sunday, trying to see if I can just, see if I can just recover from it. And this wasn't the case. So instead of trying to call in sick, I decided to stick with it. I mean, it's not really going to be that much to deal with. I mean, it was actually pretty quiet in my workplace, which is Herberger's, but I still didn't. I still felt like crap, but um, so after my shift was done, I went to my apartment just to grab some stuff, and then head over to my house and basically had a little bit of some dinner. Had some lasagna, some really good lasagna from my mother, which is pretty good. Still remember that. Oh, so good. So so the original plan was for me to go with my mother to see visit some relatives on Christmas Day. Sadly, one of my relatives' friends who was pretty old and and basically old to the fact that she's kind of more fragile, and basically my cold just just wouldn't have wouldn't have helped matters out at all. I mean, from what my mother told me, one of my relatives' friends is could be coming down with a case with pneumonia, and that's certainly not a good thing. Not a good thing for her. So I had to stay, but I did eventually. I did have a good Christmas. I mean, it was. If you ask me which Christmas was the greatest ever, I don't know. I would say just about every other Christmas has been pretty good. But certainly one of the greatest gifts that I got this year was, as most of you know, that I'm a Red Sox fan. I mean, I'm a Red Sox fan true to heart. And my aunt, who's also a Red Sox fan, also went. She didn't go to the 100-year anniversary of Fenway Park's opening, but I think it was a couple days earlier, if I remember right. She went to take a tour around the stadium, and then she got a small jar, and she basically put some Fenway dirt in it. I believe it was from the warning track around between first base and home plate, and it's one of the most coolest things I've ever gotten in my life. I mean, and hopefully pretty soon I will actually get the opportunity to go up to Fenway Park in Boston or in that area pretty soon, so I can probably catch a Red Sox game from there, and I definitely can't wait for it. Definitely can't wait. So I have that to look forward to. So, trying to think of some other gifts I got. Definitely got a lot of books. A lot of books. I got the new autobiography from Pete Townsend called Who I Am. It was pretty good, but and then what else did I get? Apparently I got this Beatles book about how about what each song of the Beatles meant. Like, for example, I Am the Walrus is basically, I know this offhand, but essentially I Am the Walrus was basically an answer to people asking the Beatles about what their songs mean in some sort of way, and essentially I am the Walrus means absolutely nothing. It makes no sense at all. But so I have that, and then I have Bill Simmons' first book called Now I Can Die in Peace: How the sports guy found peace in the Red Sox. So definitely pretty cool. Definitely a cool game. All right, so yeah. So pretty good Christmas. Pretty good. I guess a pretty good New Year too. I suppose, but yeah. For New Year's, it wasn't really all that much different. I worked New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but but I'm pretty sure you know how I am. I'm single. Single and hard, but that doesn't mean. I've sort of stopped looking around for love, but but the most exciting part of my New Year's was I had this customer who was absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. She wanted to return something, so I returned it to her, and then once that was done, she left, and then she came back, and she asked me how much money was this on this card, and then I said it says in the receipt, and then so essentially that's what happened. I think I think she's wanted to know if I gave her enough credit for on the card for basically most of the things that she wanted to return, which was 2 things. She also she returned ladies' thermals, so definitely cool in that part. But not really much else to talk about, I suppose. But other than seeing a gorgeous girl at my workplace on New Year's Day, not really much else to say about that. So in terms of next episode, it's got more up in the air. I think I might have a day off on next Tuesday. I think it must be next Tuesday when I have a day off. So it's got more up in the air in terms of that, because I'm pretty much strapped in terms of work. Work is in general, work is pretty good. The pay is pretty good, I suppose. I got time and a half yesterday just because I was working on Christmas. New Year's Day. Excuse me. So I definitely got that to look forward to. So in general, I can't complain about it all that much. So, all right. So, anyway, I will probably see you all next week for episode 15. All right. Adios, folks. Peace.
me, my Lord.